Hi guys, welcome to my channel. Hi to all the newcomers and greetings to my regular viewers and subscribers. It's so great to have you on here today. I really appreciate you dropping by. Today I want to talk to you about a topic that is deeply personal yet universally relevant for many of us. The illusion of life in the West, the illusion of life in the UK. From the first day I landed in the UK as a child, I've always longed for my true home, Jamaica or Africa. The trauma of being uprooted from the warm embrace of my homeland, brought to this cold, unfamiliar place by my parents, has never left me. I missed the beautiful shores of Jamaica, the vibrant culture, the love of my people. The food here tasted strange, the climate was harsh, the system felt alien. I never saw UK as home, and I have never done so. It is a place that has told me that I am black. Something I am proud of, by the way, but was not aware of. Something I didn't even know about myself until I came here. Before that, I knew myself simply as a human being. The pain of leaving my grandmother, my extended family, my cousins, and the beautiful environment of Jamaica was a trauma that cut deep. I was torn from a world where I was a part of the majority, surrounded by love and belonging, and thrust into a place that made me feel like an outsider. And the funny thing about all of this, they invited my parents. They invited my parents after they'd colonized Jamaica. They invited my parents to this country, UK, to come and build it up, to come and clean up the mess. So today I want to address the illusion that life in the UK is a dream worth chasing. I want to speak to those who believe we are simply trying to discourage them, to the people of colour who still strive to belong, and to the English who told me to forget the past, it's all over. Also to the people of colour who says, oh, they're not like that anymore. It's only a few people. You know, we cannot live in the past. We are accepted now. The truth is, the past is not over. It is still very much with us, shaping our lives in ways that cannot be ignored. The recent riots in the UK have reignited a conversation that many of us have been trying to bring to the forefront for years. The notion that the grass is always greener on the other side, particularly for people of colour seeking a better life in the West. It is now being questioned more than ever. You may have believed that coming to the UK would be a step into a better way of life, but you have seen it, and what we've all witnessed tell a story, a different story that has always been hidden and undercover. Life in the UK is not easy or as welcoming as you might have hoped. As people of colour, we face challenges that are not only systematic, but is also life-threatening. This is not a new phenomena. Back in the days, my uncles, my brother, we were fighting the teddy boys. The teddy boys was after us, simply for being in the UK and being people of colour. They attacked anybody that they could find walking around on their own as a person of colour. Why don't they attack you when you're in groups? Because they are cowards. They are cowards. So they try to attack you when you're by yourself, and it is started again. Our very existence is often met with hostility and violence. These recent riots are not an isolated incident. but rather a manifestation of deep-seated issues that have always been here, simmering beneath the surface. These events have forced many to confront the harsh reality. They just don't like us. So you people of colour who are there thinking, oh, that was back in the days. I live in Bournemouth. I'm accepted. I speak the Queen's English. You have a chip on your shoulder. Get over it. This isn't a sudden realization for everyone. Some of us have known this all along, but there are still those among us who live in denial, believing that everything that happened to us in the past is over and we've been accepted and things have changed. But how can we believe that things have changed when the past is constantly being thrown in our faces? We are reminded time and time again, that we are not seen as equals, that we are hated for our very colour because we are different. We are black in society. That remains a problem. We are not seen as fully human, although dogs are worshipped here. Dogs sleep in a bed. Dogs wear the latest fashion. Dogs are more accepted. We have often reduced to things to be used and discarded when no longer convenient. The history of slavery, colonization, and exploitation is not just a distant memory. It is a living, breathing reality that continues to shape the experience of black people in the UK and beyond. We were brought to these shores against our will, forced to build countries with our blood, sweat and tears. And now, after generations of contributing to the very fabric of this nation, we are told to go back to our own countries as if we did not belong here, as if we've done nothing to help to build up the infrastructure of this society, of Western society, as if we have no rights to claim a space in the very land that we built on the back of our ancestors. These attacks we face today are not new. They are part of a long, painful continuum of racial violence. Yet, what is truly disheartening is that some of us still cannot see. We cling to the belief that we are accepted, we are valued. The past is no longer with us. But how can we forget the past when it is constantly replayed in our lives, in our interactions, in the very air that we breathe? The recent riots are a stark reminder that the fight is far from over. The idea of UK as the land of milk and honey is an illusion for many of us. The promise of a better life is shattered when faced with the harsh realities of racism, discrimination and violence. Can you see now that what we've been trying to tell you all along? The grass is not greener here for people of colour. The struggle continues. These riots have laid bare the deep fractures within society, exposing the myth of racial equality in the UK and indeed across the world. They have forced a reckoning with the uncomfortable truth that racism is alive and well, embedded in the structure of society. For those of us who have lived this reality every day, the events of recent weeks are not surprising, but rather a confirmation of what we've always known. The ones who are not suffering from an illusion that all is well. The journey towards true acceptance, toward genuine equality, is a long and arduous one. It requires us to confront the past, to acknowledge that the ongoing impact of historical injustices and the challenges we face continue to oppress us. It demands that we stand together, refuse to be silenced, and continue to fight for our right to exist, to thrive, to be seen as fully human in this world. So when you consider coming to this foreign land, instead, understand that the challenges you will face are not just about you adjusting to a new culture or finding your new place in society. They're about surviving in a world that still struggles to see us as equals, a world that wants to destroy us, a world that does not recognize our humanity. They do not accept us for who we are. And the recent riots in the UK, and indeed all over the Western world, has shown us that the battle is far from over. Have a great day, my friends, and if you find this enlightening in any way, please leave a like and please consider subscribing to my channel. One love.